Just wait a second. Yep, sorry. Got it. Hi, so today is the same thing. So it's kind of English class and just talking English. And I'll give you like a news video. So you're gonna look through it first, and after watching the video, we're gonna talk about it. Like I'll show you the video first. Hold up. Oh, can you hear me now? It says I'm talking. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? 지금도 안 들리세요? 틀렸는데. Can you hear me now? Mm, Can you hear me? This should be fine. Hey, so can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, that's great. So I'll explain again. So we're gonna like how we did before. We're gonna watch a news video, and it's like I try to find some like life related news videos, and then most news about life right now is pretty much about COVID-19. This one is again about COVID-19, and specifically it's about new normal in traveling. So, what is the definition of normal that you know right now? The meaning of normal that you know?
Actually, I heard about the new normal, but I didn't know what exactly new normal is.
So what is the meaning of normal that you know? Like right now, you might have heard normal before and you might have used it before.
I think normal is usual things.
Yep, that's one definition of normal. But another definition of normal is like standard or form. So in this case, it's COVID-19 making new form in traveling or new standard in traveling.
About traveling.
Yes, so this no, normal is not about traveling. I'll just normal definition. I should be now. It's like so since in this case it's used as nouns, so this case is like the usual, average, or typical state of condition. So it's like state of condition, or it can be interpreted as a standard.
Mhm.
So just as in this context, it is really easy to just understand it as like another form of the form would mean same as normal, especially in this context.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's just brief explanation about the word. So I just sent the link for the video. So have a look at the video, and then once you're finished, tell me, and we can talk about it.
Okay. Okay, I'm back.
So what have you understood from the video?
It's about a new travel trend.
Yeah.
Uh, Coronavirus changes our life, and the government suggests a new way to travel safely. A person who go to the Gangwon-do, they have to check temperature, and after they receive the e-stamp.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then, so especially about the stamp, which is the second half of the video. So what can you explain me more about the stamp that you understood from the video?
After receiving e-stamp, the person can enter any facility of Gangwon-do. It is right.
Mhm. Yep, that's right. Then, so that was about the video. So, have you ever encountered that system like around your city or when you traveled?
This system, you mean that I experienced about this system?
Yep. Have you?
Oh, well, actually, when I went to Sokcho 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I didn't experience about this e-stamp.
Oh, so that's quite a recent one. Wait, when was that article? Also, it was like filmed on June 24th. Oh, so it's not, so there was a change in the week. Uh-huh. And then what about like in your town? Like when you went to like library or karaoke or restaurant, have you ever experienced the QR code or maybe the stamp system?
I haven't experienced about digital e-stamp, but I experienced this kind of not digital system about stamp.
Then what was the system exactly?
Oh, I can explain in English. Give me a second. Just
Yeah.
when I go to the school library, I
Yeah.
should check my temperature, and then I should write my record by hand.
Oh,
Actual record.
so you had to leave like some kind of like your name and your like serial number, that kind of stuff. Like
Right,
you had to write on some paper for a record.
right. Did you go
Ah,
to your school library in Suwon?
pardon me?
Did you go to the school library in Suwon?
Yes. And then it I don't need to do anything like that in Suwon. I thought like so what I thought was that like there is like a student ID scanner at the gate of the library.
Mm-hmm.
So since like there's a scanner, I thought that was like recording all the students like data, the entry data. But so that's what I thought. So and then that's why I think like there's nothing like recording stuff, and then there was no temperature check. I mean, there was like a temperature camera, the thermal camera, but there wasn't any kind of like measuring temperature or writing my name and then student number like that. I just need to like scan my ID and then go in there. That's all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. In
So yeah,
yeah,
continue.
in Hewa, we should check temperature by the thermometer. What is this?
Can you say it again?
Uh, you should check temperature by thermometer. Is it
Thermometer, yes.
pronounced- How can I pronounce it?
Thermometer.
Thermometer. Oh, it actually is. And also, I said before I work part time in library.
Yep.
So I do part time about checking thermometer, but I think it is too not not mm, practically.
Can you explain again?
I didn't agree that it is
Oh, practical.
Yeah, practical. Yeah,
To check the temperature.
yeah.
Why do you think it's not practical?
Because I think the thermometer is not. It doesn't look like expensive. It is too small, and actually, it didn't check people's temperature correctly. I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
How is not like recording people's temperature correctly?
Because I do that job in February in winter.
Yep.
People came into the library.
Yep.
Actually, their body is very cold because they were walked outside.
Ah.
So the thermometer, when thermometer checks their temperature was so low.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was like too
Yeah.
low
Yeah,
to be
so I don't know
real.
why check the temperature because it is not correct.
Oh, okay. But
But yeah,
it is summer, so it wouldn't be recorded like low.
yeah. But
Oh,
nowadays it is
yep.
warm, so it is a little bit more correctly nowadays, maybe.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Then so do you work at the school library or just like public library in your town?
I just work in my school library.
Oh, school library. Oh, okay. So what do you do at library? Just like ordering the books or
Oh yes, I ordering the books and I sit in the counter and borrowing some books for people.
oh, right. So help
And
people to
help
borrow them.
all kinds of help desk. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Then have you like while checking the temperature, have you actually seen people with like higher temperature? So that standard is like 37.5 degrees, right?
Oh, could you say that again?
So have you ever seen a person whose temperature is above 37.5 degrees?
Oh, I haven't seen the people above.
Oh, oh, so no one actually like didn't pass the temperature check.
Yes.
Oh, okay, right.
And I think it is more ridiculous that uh, in Insachem buildings, each building takes another temperature system.
Yeah.
Why they do like this?
I
Nowadays, I work in Papakan.
Yep.
We use a temperature, some kind of. You say that in Swan Library,
Can you say again?
or they use a system like the Swan Library.
Oh, just like scanning the student
Oh, yeah.
ID.
yeah, scanning the some kind of temperature. Mhm.
Ah,
And another building use another system, another machine. Yeah, so it is very interesting.
what's the another system that you just said?
In 600주년 기념관, they
Yep,
use maybe it's very lately lately machine, lately,
latest machine.
yeah, latest machine. Uh, if you go to the light that building, you go to the in front of machine, and machine takes your temperature, and you can enter the building. It allowed to enter the building.
So there's like some kind of like scanner stuff. It's like
Not
how
kind
I
of
was seeing
things,
like an airport.
not kinds of things, but uh, in Bopakwan, they use the temperature machine, but they need a person who tell them allow to the building. But in
Oh, so the temperature machine you're talking about is the like the temperature camera.
yeah, they
Oh,
allow to enter. Well, yeah.
oh, okay. But in the 600 anniversary building, they just use like a thermal camera, which automatically says whether I can enter the building or not.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I remember it clearly. Maybe it was.
Ah, okay. Ah, that's quite cool. So, if a person's like body temperature is higher than 37.5 degrees, how would it block the person from entering the building?
You mean that in my workplace, in library?
No, 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 not the library. The 600 anniversary building.
Oh well, I don't know exactly about that.
600주년 기념관. How do they like block people from entering? Because you said that system is automatic.
Ah, okay, okay. Um, there are person who direct to use the machine.
Oh,
Machine
okay.
allows people go or not.
Ah, okay. Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Every building takes each system.
Yeah. That's same is true on campus as well. Like we have like I think every building except there is like a practice and then practical and then like experiment building used by the I think it's mostly used by the mechanical engineering. That building doesn't have that kind of like entry system. I can just enter the building
Mm,
without checking my temperature or leaving the record.
mm,
But that building is just for like a practice or practical experiment kind of stuff. It's not used for like teaching or something like that. So I think that's the reason why they don't really record the temperature.
really. Mhm.
Yeah, so that was about the second half of the videos. And then the first half of the video talks about the new form of traveling, which is untagged traveling. Hold on, I'll try to find it in a moment. Where's it? Here. So the government released, like one of the government department released the or Korean tourism, like hundred untagged attractions. And then, so nowadays they're like kind of pushing like the travel without contacting much people. So what do you think about it? Do you think a travel which you don't meet a lot of people it can be also another form of travel? Or do you think travel has
So,
to meet a lot of people?
I don't understand clearly. Could you say that again?
So the government released like some like actually suggesting new form of traveling, which is untagged traveling, which
Yes.
is not meeting a lot of people. Just do you think travel can also can happen without meeting a lot of people, or do you think you need to meet a lot of people during travel?
Mm, well, I'm suspect that it is effective to avoid coronavirus. Well,
But since you don't get to meet a lot of people, do you think it'd be a bit boring, or do you think it'd be fine?
uh, if I meet, if I don't meet a lot of people, I'm good or not?
Can you say it again?
You mean that if I didn't meet a lot of people, is it okay for me?
Yeah, like during the travel, because some people say that they like meeting new people during traveling, and that's the
Uh,
reason why they travel. But do you think you have to meet new people during travel, or do you think it's fine not to meet people during traveling?
mm, Actually, before the coronavirus appears, I really like to meet people in traveling. But after coronavirus, it is actually a kind of burden to me meet people.
So you think it's just okay to travel by yourself without meeting much people?
Yeah, after
Uh,
I changed my mind.
so have you ever traveled by yourself?
By what?
Pardon me?
By what?
By yourself.
By myself? What is this?
Yes. So just saying, what does by myself means?
By myself? You mean the by myself? Through my
Yes, so
sound
since
system is
what
not some kind of clearly.
so since I was asking to you, I said, do you like traveling by yourself? Because if and then when you answer, it'd be you would answer myself. Whether you like traveling by, I like traveling by myself, or I don't like traveling by myself. That's how you would answer.
Okay.
So yourself mean like just doing everything by you, like everything happens with you and no one is involved.
Mm,
So and then when you say myself, then it mean like everything happens by me, and then you will be dealing with like doing everything just with myself, like with just me.
mm,
So that's what like myself means. So that's what self means. Self is just like alone, and then like the restaurant says water is self, like
mm.
just doing by your own will, like own motive, motivation.
Actually, I like traveling by myself, but when I was in Jeju as a guest house staff,
Yep.
so I travel always by myself.
Ah.
So I think it is some kind of different advantage and disadvantage. There is some advantage and disadvantage together.
Then
I did.
what's the advantage?
I can do anything I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
I
then yep,
have
can you yep,
to.
explain.
Uh, I don't have discussion
Mm,
about my traveling.
so you don't need to ask like what we need to do next to your friend or whoever you're traveling with.
Yeah, because
Uh,
maybe best friends doesn't think always same. We can
yeah,
have
that's true.
different ideas about traveling. Yeah, but if I travel by myself, I don't have to discussion about that. Just I
Mhm.
can do it what I want.
Uh-huh. Okay. Then what is disadvantage of traveling by yourself?
I think the most biggest disadvantage is I can sharing my food.
Oh, sharing
Oh,
food.
yeah. I just enjoy one food and some kind of restaurant are not allowed to eat by once myself.
Oh, so since you're traveling by yourself, you can order only one kind of food, and you want to order more.
Right. It is the
Ah,
biggest
okay, that makes
disadvantage.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your thing?
I like traveling by myself. Like I can choose what I can do, and then even if I want to change the plan of my travel, I can just change really easily. Like, oh, I just want to do it actually, then I can just do it. But this, like, I normally go to like traveling into like the either like forest or some kind of like nature area. So there is always like danger of like meeting snake and then getting bitten by snake or
Mhm.
by getting stung by bee or meeting like some wild animals. And then if that kind of accident happens with just me and no one is around me, then that's a bit dangerous. So that's downside. And that could be actually quite a huge one.
I
But it's like if it's like in other country like New Zealand, then it'd be really dangerous because in New Zealand, like whenever I go to forest, it's hard to get the service. I can't make a call.
Mhm.
But in Korea, I haven't been to a place where I can't make a call. Like whenever I go to like island or forest, I could always make a call. So I think that's a good thing. Like if I encounter something dangerous, I can just call. So yeah, but still there's like a bit of downside with traveling by myself.
I totally agree about that because when I was in Jeju, I want to sew some kind of there glow of a firefly.
Yep.
So I need to go to the some kind of forest.
Ah.
But I was so hard to go alone,
Mm.
so I forgave to go to the that forest.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's like it's always good to go with someone else and when it comes to like nature, like forest. Like like luckily I mean actually I kind of plan to. I always go to place where some other people visit as well. So there will be some people around me. So when I get hurt, they can help me. So that's fine. But when you're actually like going to somewhere where there is no one, then you definitely need to be with someone just in case.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was about like traveling, new form of traveling. And then that's all for today's lesson. So that was total 10 English lessons.
Mhm.
And then I hope the English lesson helped you.
Yes, it was very helpful for me.
Thanks
Thanks.
a lot. And then so I can't do another like bit higher level lesson this summer, but I might do one in this winter. So if I do, you can join the lesson in the same way that you did for this one.
You mean
So
that
if
I can take same class again?
No, it'll be higher class. It'll be like higher level class. So it'll be different form of class.
Or when is open?
It'll be in winter, so I have no idea when it's gonna open.
Okay.
Yeah, so if
Maybe
you want, you
we
can.
graduate from school. You mean?
Ah, okay.
Uh,
Then I wish good luck with everything, with your
thank
life.
you.
And then yeah, thanks for joining the lesson. Hope to see you in the future.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh wait, hold up. I just need to take the record picture because yep, it's good. So thanks a lot. And then good luck.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.